Good morning guys, gals, and non-binary pals. How are you all doing today? My name is Infrared, and I'm not usually one to do unboxings on my channel. Most of the puzzles I own are mass-produced, and other people can do better content for that one purpose. But this is a puzzle I am very excited about. It is, out of my entire collection, only the second puzzle I have ever pre-ordered. So that should put into perspective how much I want to actually open this box. So without really any further nonsense, let's do this. And out of one box comes another, one actually containing the puzzle itself. This, here are the stickers for it, is unstickered, and is an icosahedron. It's actually a bit smaller than I expected it to be. Now this puzzle is a new one by mf8 and AJ. This is a face-turning icosahedron, in green obviously. The only one that I own is the mf8 Icosahedron, made by Oscar van Deventer. Again, a face-turning puzzle. Turns like that. The piece types we have on this puzzle is a 2-color edge, a 1-color center, and a 5-color corner. This puzzle does not have these corners, but everything else is still the same. This has curved cuts, if you can see. There, so there's actually a big gap in there, which I wasn't expecting. The first impression for turning seems to be a bit stiff, but it's really fine. Definitely compared to this one, you need to be careful when turning the pieces here, as well as these corners do have a tendency to just turn in place. So because this is unstickered, here are the stickers. There were 2 sets you can get, either a 20-color version, one for each face, or a 12-color version, similar to a Megaminx. So let's just quickly look at the colors before I go off camera and sticker this thing. Here's some application tape, which I may end up using actually. And the actual colors themselves. I'm assuming we're going to have colors similar to a Megaminx, and then some extra ones. White, grey. Oh, they seem to be opposite colors already, which is actually quite nice. Well, never mind. Quickly sorted the colors. And we have we have 4 blues actually. Let me put you over there. You, and you. We only have 1 green. So the colors here should be similar to a regular Megaminx. We have white and grey, which are here, and then orange and red, which is that pile, or like these 2 piles, because they're fairly similar in person. In person, these 2 colors are really similar as well. We have light blue, dark blue, which are these 2. Light green, dark green, which we only have 1 green, but I could probably use one of these, maybe. Then purple and pink, we have those 2 there, and then 2 like lilac or other types of purple. I'm going to attempt to sticker this. I do have an idea. So what I did with the Icosahedron, again this one came unstickered, I did this myself, is... Where's the vertex? This one. This vertex is the white face of a Megaminx, well without white. If I hold it like that, you can see those colors are the same, and if I turn it around, we again have the same scheme as on a Megaminx. And then that is these 2 vertices, and for the middle I just kind of made something up as I went along. I might use the same scheme or I might use something else for this puzzle. I'm going to cut and sticker the puzzle. So here is the puzzle finally stickered. I did, for the most part, use the same technique I used for the previous puzzle. You can see the 5 colors here and the other 5 colors here. And for the middle I just did whatever I wanted. I did try to keep similar colors apart, but apparently that doesn't really work too well with so many colors. There's this white on the other side, we have that really, really pale pink. It doesn't actually look that bad in person, but on camera you may be able to see these 2. They're okay difference, but I'm not quite sure how that would look when it's fully scrambled. There's definitely those 2, and maybe some others, like that orange and that orange right next to each other. Again, in person the difference is a lot more than on camera. So, another thing I did notice is there's actually no piece in there. I thought there would be an extra thing hidden, but there's just empty, if you can see right there. You can see a screw there, which I thought was interesting. So now, let's scramble this thing. puzzle fully scrambled. Nice. Now, one extra thing about an icosahedron is this can actually jumble. The curved cuts may make this a bit more difficult to see, but you can line up the pieces roughly like that, I believe. And you can turn it. Like that. Pieces can still move and stick out. Now this doesn't actually affect the solve in the same way that it would on, say, a curvicopter. It's just to demonstrate that it can jumble, but this is actually not like a curvicopter where jumbling adds difficulty to the solve. It's just sticky outy and you need to be more careful with turning. That's really it, so jumbling doesn't actually affect this. So scrambling it like this is actually perfectly fine. With that being said, I'm going to go off camera and solve this, possibly a couple of times, and then come back in a different video to give my final thoughts and maybe even a tutorial. That being said, thank you for watching and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.